and then we have biovores. People talk about them, but it's 2d6 plus 3. So that's an average of, if you go like the average rolling, you roll 7, you're only averaging 10. So at the very best, we can get a penetrating hit, but it's not likely. So it's not very common that we're going to get up there and actually penetrate. And biovores and the spore mines, it's just not worth it. They're really hard to use, and you got to take them in threes pretty much, because having one is not effective. Having two, for points cost, it's not effective. And for having three, you've sunk quite a bit of points into them for doing pretty much a minimal job. And they have the role in the Tyranid army, just not the same as a Carnifex can put out. And so for that reason, we're going to take the Carnifex and do that. Let's move on. Okay, continuing on, what we're going to say is we're going to look at the biomorphs that can help us out. So now that we've already taken the enhanced senses biomorph, we increased our ballistic skill, and so now let's go looking at effective ones that are gonna help us out. But first, we're gonna eliminate pretty much all close combat oriented biomorphs, like acid mine. I already talked about that. Just rerolling ones is pretty worthless. But if you're really that worried that your Carnifex is gonna miss, anyway, I don't even know what to say. Take something else. Take a unit of Gene Stealers or something. If you're worried about close combat oriented. If you're doing a fluffy army, close combat oriented, go ahead. Take all that stuff. Or if you're doing like a venom, toxic acid type Tyranid army just for fluff, take it by all means. But I'm saying in a competitive list, it's not worth its point cost and for its role. And so we're going to eliminate that, and eliminate bioplasma for the problems I already stated in the 4th edition about how you remove models. So you could effectively charge one model, kill it, and then have no one else to use your rest of the attacks on. So you take that biomorph off. You can take pretty much all the other close combat oriented biomorphs off the table, even the tails and everything like that, because we want our Gunfex to shoot and stay out of close combat. That's where its role is best. And so next we're going to look at let's think about this. A lot of people like taking regenerate. I recommend not taking it, because for 30 points, it's you might not ever use it in the game. You might use it. It might be extremely effective. If you like that type of risk and reward, type deal, by luck, you regenerate wounds, then go ahead and take it. But I don't think it's point cost for good enough for point cost for a heavy Carnifex, just because of the fact that we really want to keep our heavy support Carnifex lean and mean. All right, and for the Uberfexes, we can take all those expensive thrills on our stuff. Looking at my notes, let's see here. We have we basically we're going to eliminate toxin sacks, just because it gives the weapons that we've equipped with no added benefit. It actually doesn't give any benefit to any ranged weapon that the Carnifex gets. It only helps in close combat Carnifexes, so that's out. Which will also help keep our point cost down for our weapon symbiotes, which is what we're trying to do. Keep them lean and mean. Excuse me. So the next looks at the reinforced chitin. That gives us the extra wound. I think that's a great biomorph if you want to take it. Sometimes you don't have the points to get it there, but at at 15 points, it's pretty cheap compared to the other stuff we're going to talk about, the other possible ones. So an extra wound is an extra wound. It helps against everything because it's an extra wound. And we'll look at the other ones. So I would recommend taking that as like the next option in our list. So first we take the Venom Cannon, then we take the Enhanced Senses, then the Barb Strangler, then our Reinforced Chitin. Alright, and then next we're going to look at the Extended Carapace and the what's the other one? Oh, why don't I have it? The Bonded Exoskeleton. I have to look at my notes. I jot down these things in an outline. So the Extended Carapace versus a Bonded Exoskeleton. This is a big debate on which is better and what. It's for what it's interesting. The debates on everyone. It really depends on who you play and what they equip their armies with. I would say, I'm going to say right off the top, for what we want our Gunfex to do, the Extended Carapace is going to be better than the Bonded Exoskeleton. Just by a very small margin. I'm going to say that. Starting out with the Bonded Exoskeleton, it's going to give us that extra toughness. So now we're toughness 7 on his Carnifex, and that can be good, but what we want to do is make sure that we keep it. That's not really going to help. It helps against, it makes us invulnerable to those strength 3 weapons or strength 3, strength 3, base strength. So that's going to help versus, Imperial Guard, those armies that have that. We hope not even to get in close combat, so we don't have to worry about that. We hope to stay out of range of, those las guns and things that are that strength. So we want to stay out of range. So our Gunfex is going to stay at range and shoot, so we won't have to worry about that. So, and it doesn't help against the weapons that really cause us problems, like strength 8 and up. Those heavy weapons that really hurt us, that tend to be AP3 and AP2. Okay, and for this reason, Extended Carapace is better because it does eliminate some of those weapons that are AP3 out there and gives us a save on a 2+, which can really be beneficial. Even though all those las cannons, melta guns, and everything out there basically destroy that 2+ save, but it can be really helpful at giving us a save in those balanced armies where they have those missile launchers and other such weapons that have that AP3 value, just to get rid of that armor save. So that's something that's while we're going to take Extended Carapace before the Bonded Exoskeleton, and they're also both pretty hefty in price. So that's that, and yeah. So